Hello everyone. I am Nikesh, a proud alumnus of Nethaji High School. And today is a really special moment for me. And for me personally, this moment is extra special because my guest today isn't just a principal. He's someone who once stood in front of my classroom with a stick in hand, made sure our shoes are polished, uniforms tucked in, and punished us when we thought we could get away with things, and the teacher who's seen us grown from mischievous, nana, naughty students to who we are today. Yes, you guessed it right. I'm sitting down with Vinod George Cherian, and we also call Vinod sir. Welcome, sir. Going ahead, we know that we used to not go to classroom
Mm-hmm.
on a particular time, and you used to scold us, and which made us to shape and lead here in front of you. So we are having few questions on this. So let's go ahead with it.
Sure.
Do you remember how strict the uniform checks used to be?
Yes, yes. We had instilled this because we wanted you all to grow up as more disciplined people, understand the value of rules. Okay, so that later on in life also you will follow some rules which will help you reach wherever you need to reach in life, because discipline is very important, rules are very important. Of course, as youngsters you will not be very much in favor of rules being imposed on you, but then if you learn how to follow rules, how to manage rules, then that I think is something that will help you go ahead in life. So I think the beginning stage of all this was the school.
I still remember those punishments still. So here goes with the second question. I still remember getting punished when I came without proper shoes or belt, and when my hair was little too long. How does it feel to see a student like me or us, who once feared your stick, now sitting here talking to you as alumni?
Yes. So I really appreciate the way you people have evolved, right? The stick was not to create a fear, but to create a sort of discipline. And I'm sure that discipline has helped you evolve. And today, there is no fear, there is no stick. You are able to sit beside me and have a conversation with me. This is probably exactly what I wanted, that the stick had its place, the discipline had its place, and today you have a wonderful place beside me.
There's another question. Do you have any unforgettable memories from those classroom days?
Very hard to recall because it's been so many years and I am aging, so my memory is also fading. But yes, if you are able to recall something from that, maybe I can comment on it. But otherwise, no. And again, you should understand every year I deal with a new batch, and each batch
True.
comes with its own dynamics, new stories, new memories. So, yeah, if you are able to pinpoint on something, yes, I can comment on it.
The next one. Do you still remember those early teaching days? How you used to teach us social studies, English, even computers?
Firstly, I would like to ask you a question. What is it that you remember about social studies and English classes?
English classes, I remember like we used to go with a topic, used to come, explain, and get a point in between. And we used to take around like 1 hour to 2 hours to get on a debate, and you used to completely make a side track. It's like even you will be involving with us and going ahead. And coming to this social studies, completely called history. Once we go into history, it's like a maze. Once we been there, not sure when we're gonna come out. You're gonna talk about some Akbar and everyone, and we used to go on a debate again as same as like English class,
Mm-hmm.
and it keeps on going there. And the same topic, which exactly takes around like 10 to 20 minutes, used to go around like 3 hours. I still remember the special classes on Sunday. Sorry, my classmates, because of me, I know.
Okay.
Do you ever think back to standing in that same classroom with chalkboard in hand, teaching us?
Well, going back to that, with all of you grown up taking you back to the same classroom, no, it's not possible, because I'm not sure how many of you will listen to me also. So
So
yeah,
as a principal, we will be listening your classes.
yeah. But even then, now that you all are grown up, and sometimes I feel that your knowledge levels are much higher than mine. So going back to the classroom with the chalk, or even maybe with the stick, may not work. All that we can have is small conversations.
What was your favorite thing about being a teacher here?
Yeah. See, teaching was something that came very naturally to me. For many things in life, I had to put on an effort, but teaching just came to me very naturally, and it was a joy always for me. Even when a day was very bad, walking into a classroom, taking a class, and then getting that satisfaction and coming out made my day. So teaching is something, even though that now my energy levels are less, I'm not able to put in that same amount of energy levels, but still I love teaching.
I'm sure you have seen several hundreds of students over the years. Does it feel special to meet so many of them again at this event?
Yes, that's true. Um, I have probably lost contact with many students, and so I'm really looking forward to meeting all those people, all those students. I would like to see physically how they've shaped up, and also how they've shaped up as people, what they're doing in life. Yes, I'm very, very excited to meet many of my students. But then I have, or should I say, warning or a request. I may not remember or recall everyone's face. So don't be surprised if I give a strange look. Yes, it is your job to introduce yourself to me, and then yes, I shall go back to that memory lane and recall you.
Your father laid the foundation of this school and you carried it forward so beautifully. What does that legacy mean to you personally?
Well, the legacy that you're talking about are the values and the training that my father gave me. Well, can you believe, in the 1970s, when he started this school, he believed and practiced holistic development, which a lot of schools are talking about now. He practiced it in the 1970s. And in this concept of holistic development, he wanted not only education, but he wanted the child to develop in so many ways. So I definitely take those values with me, and everything that you see, like for example, cultural, sports, right, discipline, values that a student should have. I try to bring it and make the students practice it. But then it has not been an easy journey, I must say, with lot of criticism coming from a lot of people, especially from parents, asking as to why is a lot of time being wasted on culturals and sports, when is that what the student wants or the student needs. But when I see you people after so many years, when you come back to school, when you come back to meet me, and you tell me that along with the education, what has mattered the most was the extracurricular activities which actually shaped your future. I'm very happy that I've been able to do that. These values probably are the legacy which is being carried on.
You have seen the school grown from classrooms to blackboard to hybrid boards. How does that transformation feel?
Yes, you're right. There's a huge transformation from the blackboard to the digital boards, and this transformation is huge because whatever limitations we face with the blackboard, the digital support is helping us in so many ways. Earlier, I remember I had to imagine and draw a mountain, And many students would ask me, is this a mountain? And I had to tell them, yeah, imagine that this is a mountain while teaching a class. But today the digital support helps create a mountain as it is. And this is uh, so helpful to us as a teacher. The second thing is, earlier we had rote learning where students had to learn question answers and write them. But now you see, this is another transformation where we have more project methods, where projects are not just copy paste, but something where children, students, and the teachers work together. So, this is another transformation that I'm seeing. Children are more creative, and there is a lot of importance to creativity today. That's another transformation. And personality development is the next transformation that is being given a lot of importance.
But at the same time, what is the one thing about Netaji High School that has never changed?
Very hard to explain again as to what has never changed, but I think old values, morals, ethics, those are something which we are still continuing, where we don't believe in um, that marks are everything. We believe that beyond marks, there is a life that the student has. Those are the values that haven't changed from then till now. One more on that.
Do you still feel the same energy on campus today as you did when you were as a student?
Yeah, I should say I am now in the mid 50s, and I must confess that I don't have that same energy level that I had before. So, yes, but going to the classroom is still a joy. But then, if you ask me, are the energy levels the same? Then the answer is no, it is not the same. For some reason, I wish I could get back that energy, but I don't think it will come. These things probably are not reversible.
So, I know you have seen every corner of the school evolving. The part of old building or campus still brings back old memories and students or your teachers. So, yeah, moving ahead with the next one, student and teacher bond. Now we're gonna catch up. Okay, so do you still think of yourself more as a teacher than a principal?
Without any doubt, I'm a teacher first and then a principal.
That's a simple answer. Many of us always felt like we could talk to you easily. What was your secret to build that bond with students? I know, like many other schools, if a student wanna speak with principal, they used to fear more. In our school, if any student wanna speak directly with the principal, it's a bit easy. We can say a bond. I'm not sure what's the secret behind it. So now we're gonna get the answer.
Okay. So the first thing is, my doors were always open to students for the simple reason that your innocence. There was an innocence in students, and that is what actually always created that bond between me and my students. And as I told you, I was always a teacher first, so it never struck me that as a principal I should restrict students. The teacher in me always wanted the students, if they came to me, then they had something to discuss with me. So yes, and the second thing is, for me it was always an open door. It was a two-way interaction with students or with teachers. So I never restricted them from coming to me with any of their ideas, their thoughts, or their worries. Yeah.
Do you ever miss being in classroom with us as like a teacher or like a principal?
Do I miss? Yeah. I mean, yes. Sometimes when I look at photographs and then I recall each batch, then I keep thinking, oh, that batch was like this. It was great interacting with them. These were very creative, those were very studious, or some were very mischievous. So, yes, we do miss, or I do miss, but at the same time, I think, as I told before, one batch goes, the next batch comes, and then we come with our plans for the new batch and our goals for the new batch. So one batch gets replaced by the next batch, but then yes, each batch is irreplaceable, I must say, and each batch has a mark of its own which they leave. So when they come back, especially when they come back as a batch to meet us, me or the other teachers, we immediately reconnect to that particular point when you left the school, and then we moved on to the next batch. So yes, that reconnection keeps on happening with each and every batch. How does it happen? Is there any formula for it? Then the answer is no. We simply reconnect, and I think that is a blessing that a teacher gets.
Is there any moment with student that still makes you smile or laugh when you think about it?
Sometimes, sometimes, especially the mischievous ones, um, when they are in school as a student, we actually shout at them, we yell at them. But then later on, we look at their mischiefs, we find it very funny as to how they reacted to certain things. And yes, as teachers, we learn not to hold any grudge against any student. So therefore, even when we catch them copying in exams, and later on we tend to not make it a very serious thing. We laugh about it, and some students actually come back and recollect that particular incident, and then we all sit together and laugh at that particular incident that was.
Sir, if you had to give your old students a report card, and especially to our batch, how do you think we would score our batch? Watch this.
I think my answer would be excellent. That's how um, that's how I would expect every student of mine to perform uh, in life, and that would be the score that I would give on their new report cards.
Let's go with the final segment. Last but not least, future vision. Sir, the past 50 years have built the identity of Netaji High School. As a torchbearer of this legacy, what's your dream for the next coming years?
So, out of the 50 years of Netaji High School, I've been there for the past 30 years. And when you use the word torchbearer, I look at it as my duty to bring the light and share the light with the students. That's how I would like to take the next years forward.
What did you like alumni like us to contribute, not just as former students, but as a part of this family?
As a part of this family, I would like the alumni um, to carry on. We created this alumni long back, but then we made it so big for the Golden Jubilee. Let it not stop with this one event. I would like them to carry on this, meet again, share, and help one another, and if possible, help the society at large. That would be a great thing that the alumni can do.
If your father were sitting here today, what do you think he would say seeing the Golden Jubilee celebration? I know it's a bit touchy, but still.
Nice question. I, if my father were to be sitting here, I don't know about that, but I think my father would be sitting somewhere up and he would be having this conversation with my mother, and there would be just one line: how did this guy manage to do this Golden Jubilee celebration?
Okay. What message would you like to give to all alumni?
Well, keep up the sincerity. Do not give up on your values. Do your little bit for the society. That is my message for all of you.
Thank you once again, sir, to you, all the alumni, teachers, and students. Thanks for watching this and happy 50th anniversary, Golden Jubilee.
The pleasure is
Catch.
mine.